North Korean lead Kim Jong-un left greets South Korean President Moon Jae-in at the Truce village of Panmunjom, April 27, 2018. Korea Summit Press Pool, via Reuters. No, I don't think Donald Trump should get the Nobel Peace Prize for developments on the Korean Peninsula. He could legitimately be due one if things go the way everyone hopes. But so far almost all of the progress has been rhetorical, diplomatic, and symbolic. That's not nothing. But it isn't remotely what people are making it out to be. I'm with Rich Lowry, David French, and Nick Eberstadt on this one. But that's not what this post is about. What interests me is how the Nobel chatter illustrates one of the problems with partisanship in precedent. Let's leave out the chatter coming from South Korea, which has been somewhat misreported, mistranslated, and misunderstood. I think, my friend Guy Benson says, a stunning foreign policy breakthrough has changed the game on the Korean Peninsula. That's debatable, but okay. Then, he adds, there's already non-frivolous chatter about a Nobel Peace Prize, of which Trump is arguably already more deserving than the basically symbolic award foolishly bestowed upon his predecessor. The link to the non-frivolous chatter is a thread of tweets from my new book Terror Buddy, Ian Bremmer. The thread ends with this: if not frivolous then certainly playfully sarcastic tweet. Obviously, still a lot of work to do before there's sustainable peace. But it's not like the Nobel Committee doesn't give prizes in advance of accomplishment. Ian Bremmer, @IanBremmer, April 27, 2018. See what's going on? Simply because Barack Obama got an undeserved Nobel Peace Prize, Trump should get one because he's more deserving than Obama was. This FoxNews.com headline says it well. After North Korea triumph, Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize, not Obama. A decade ago we all guffawed over the fact that Obama didn't meet the minimum plausible standard for receiving a Nobel Peace Prize. Now Obama's precedent is the minimum standard. This seems a wee bit childish. No fair. They didn't do their chores right either, and they got candy. We deserve candy too, but it's also typical of the way politics tends to work these days. Because Bush did X, Obama was in his rights to do Y. Trump can do Z because what about Obama? Again, I shudder to think what precedents the next Democratic president will exploit. Still, I sincerely hope that Donald Trump gets a Nobel Peace Prize, if he deserves it. A lot needs to happen before then. The Trump HHS Office of Civil Rights has issued a letter stating that it is going to investigate Hawaii for forcing pro-life pregnancy counseling centers to provide information about abortion, as a violation of the Church Amendment and other statutes and constitutional protections. From the Alliance Defending. Read more. No, I don't think Donald Trump should get the Nobel Peace Prize for developments on the Korean Peninsula. He could legitimately be due one if things go the way everyone hopes. So far almost all of the progress has been rhetorical, diplomatic, and symbolic. That's not nothing. But it isn't remotely what. Read more by Michael Brendan Doherty. There is nothing wrong with having two minds about an unfolding news event, especially when it comes to events on the Korean Peninsula. The headline, President Moon Jae-in says President Donald Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize, is exactly the sort of current artifact that makes one long for the ability to. Read more. Emmanuel Macron is a master seducer. During his recent trip to the U.S., he pulled off a feat that would be impossible for any American politician. He secured praise from the American media outlets on both the left and the right. While Trump's close relationship with Macron generally fascinates the media. Read more. Who would have guessed that a Trump crowd 15 months into his presidency would be chanting, Nobel, 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 as in Alfred Nobel, the Swedish inventor and philanthropist who created the eponymous prizes, including one for peace. The prize was on the minds of Trump fans thanks to developments on the. Read more. The pro-choice movement idolizes female autonomy. At least until a woman chooses to visit a pregnancy resource center and keeps her unborn child. Suddenly, what would otherwise be praised as a free choice is condemned as the result of coercion, deception, or fraud. In South Bend, Indiana. Read more. Senator Marco Rubio, R. Florida, is challenging his fellow Republicans' attachment to the tenets of trickle-down economics, explicitly disputing the notion that the GOP's recently passed corporate tax cut will benefit workers in the form of higher wages. Rubio bemoaned the inadequacy of traditional. Read more. The state of hip-hop as a significant genre of pop music has changed in just 1 week. Soon after the Pulitzer Prize committee cited Kendrick Lamar's album Damn as the first pop music composition to receive its music award, a superior pop musician, Kanye West, posted a series of tweets that overshadowed Read more. South Korean President Moon Jae-in said Monday that President Trump deserves a Nobel Peace Prize for his role in spurring negotiations between North and South Korea after a decades-long standoff. President Trump should win the Nobel Peace Prize. What we need is only peace, Moon told a meeting of senior. Read more. This magazine has long specialized in debunking pernicious political myths, and Jonah Goldberg has now provided an illuminating catalog of tyrannical cliches. But worse than the myth and the cliché is the outright lie, the utter fabrication with malice aforethought, and my nominee for the worst of them is the